welcome to an Elite Audio special edition of Lifting the Lid. I'm Mark.
I'm Dave.
And the reason it's a special edition is because the product we have in front of us has no lid to lift because it's a cable. And one of the reasons why we are really excited to bring this video to you today is because this cable has just won the Hi-Fi World Top Award, which is in their 2018 awards edition of the magazine. And they reviewed it earlier this year. We think it's an amazing cable. It's great that Hi-Fi World feel the same way. So to tell you a bit more about the cable itself and perhaps give you a sort of technical understanding as to why it's been rated so highly, I'm going to pass you over to Dave, who'll talk you through some of the key elements of it.
Sure, yeah. So as Mark has said, we've got the cable in front of us and it's the HiDiamond 7 cable. Nice bit of bling there. My wife likes it particularly because it blends in with the carpet. The construction is second to none, and the actual technology behind the cable in terms of the material used for the conductance part of it is something called 4VRC copper, which is an alloy, and they use copper and graphite mixed together, but they cook it for 4 times. So the idea is it removes any impurities and it results in a reduction in inductance, capacitance and resistance.
And I think that's key because a lot of the cables that you could be buying or trying we may not have had this baking process, and I think it's important not to underestimate just how significant that is on this cable.
It obviously makes a difference in terms of what HiDiamond have done and the values that they have achieved by completing that process and melding the 2 materials of copper and graphite. It works for them. As well as that, they've got a different dielectric insulator, which is XLPE, which is it's different to Teflon. It's a better insulator. So what you get is a reduction in spike and also minimization of skin effect. And all that adds up to a really musical cable. It looks great, it sounds great, construction's first class. If I was to try and describe the sound...
Oh, you own this cable yourself?
Yeah, I do. I use it at home, and as I say, it blends in well with the carpet, and it sounds great. And the reason it sounds great is it's an organic sound.
I'm certain Hi-Fi World mentioned nothing about the carpet in the review. They've obviously missed.
They should have done. I sent them pictures.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, the sound. There's lots of hyperbole that gets.
I tell you what's really interesting, I'm just going to interject very slightly here, is that when we first received the sample copy from HiDiamond of the HiDiamond 7, at this moment in time, or at that moment in time, in our, what we called our reference system, we had in there a £4,500 retail value cable. Now, if you've read the review, you'll know this cable is under £1,000. It's about £990 depending on the length you go for. But that all aside, there is no way in reality this cable should be able to compete with a cable at that price. And I know, manufacturers going about, it'll compete with a cable at this price, and it'll compete with a cable at double the price, treble the price. This cable really did. Not only did it compete with this other cable, which will remain nameless, it outperformed it in every respect, and it is staggering beyond belief that a cable at that price can perform at that level.
Yeah, absolutely. And you want to know how it sounds. And before I was interjected, I was going to tell you, so I'll carry on.
I was just getting sidetracked with your carpet. I've never seen your carpet. Anyway, sorry.
You've seen the pictures. So the sound, organic, open, natural. There is great sense of space and air, but what I often find with cables is where you gain in one area, you lose in another. And with this cable, you don't. It just gives you everything. Great bass, textured bass, defined bass, space, air. It's stunning.
I mean, I couldn't have put it better myself, to be honest. The separation in the sound stage is phenomenal. But for me, personally, it's the kind of organic sound that we strive for in an audio system. And I would say when we are speaking to clients either face to face or on the phone, I would say that most audio enthusiasts, if we want to call them that, the thing they strive for more than anything is this very natural sound, where the sound is, if you want to call it effortless, that's really, the word or the descriptive that they would use. And I honestly don't think I've heard a cable that doesn't, and when I say it doesn't impart something onto the sonic signature, I mean that in a really good way. It doesn't colour it, it doesn't change it, it gives it exactly as the original recording should be. And I would kind of liken it to looking at the difference between, say, a high definition, 4K TV, where the picture's nice and sharp, compared to, say, standard definition, where the picture's still there, but it loses some of that definition, some of that texture, because it's colouring or changing what was there in the first place. This cable doesn't do that. It's phenomenal. Hence, it's won the award.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching this edition, or our special edition of Lifting the Lid. We have many more of these planned. I apologise, we've not done one for a while. We've just been so busy, but we have some very exciting videos coming up soon. We have one on another award-winning product. We're also going to have a yearbook video, which will cover the products we've had reviewed this year. Again, talk through why they're so good. Also, if you've got any suggestions or anything that you would like to see us lifting the lid on, please send us an email. We'll have the contact emails either in the video itself or in a contact us section at the bottom. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll speak to you soon.
Cheers.
And if you want to see Dave's carpet, we'll have a separate video on Dave's carpet. We should be having that quite soon.
Yeah.
I don't know which part of the carpet we'll be shooting, but it'll be quite a key part that's actually been tuned specifically for audiophile purposes.
You just got to take it too far, haven't you?
Dave, you've been banging about your carpet for weeks. I mean, every day, it's always something about your carpet. There's always something to do with your carpet.
Whether it's can't help
whether you're walking on it, whether you're sitting on
over
it,
the top of you.
Your speakers are on it. I mean, it's all about your carpet.
Come on, I've got a yogurt in the fridge. It goes out of date in 3 days. I want to try it.